Hey guys, welcome back to another part. We arrived in Saint Denis after we set up camp nearby. We moved the base camp and let's start this one off with reading one of the newspapers that we still... Oh, wrong button. Needed to read. Can be quite a chore, but we do need to do it. I think we already read number 44 a couple of episodes ago, and they are quite long, so I was not, I couldn't read them both in after each other. But now let's read the other one, number 45. The Saint Denis Times Tribune, shining the truth and light since 1832, 1899 volume. I don't know, 67 or something in Latin, number 45. Alright, here we go. Alright. A horror show. Blood in the streets of Valentine. Lawman, Dutchess gang, Cornwall guards face off. Dead everywhere, families grieving. Valentine residents say it sounded like the Indian wars had resumed on their streets. At first, shots rang out as women and the feeble ran for cover. It soon turned into an unrelenting cacophony of gunfire. Lawman traded shot with members of the notorious Van der Linden gang who had come to town to rob and steal. A few agents known to be working for Leviticus Cornwall joined in the fray, quickly creating a scene of unmitigated chaos. Coroner is overwhelmed. Dead everywhere, families grieving. Valentine is well known in the region as a rough around the edges livestock town with some insalubrious visitors, and altercations are not uncommon. The recent spate of violence is, however, unprecedented. Bar fights in the Smithfield saloon are too frequent. Many are still in shock at the recent violence, including a brutal massacre at Six Point Cabin. Local officials are calling on state and federal authorities for assistance in restoring order. Cocaine chewing gum. Holy shit. PAC's flying machine crashes. The improved apparatus less successful than original. Professor Cecile H. Peck, Secretary of the Smithsonian Institution, has worked tirelessly for several years on a steam-powered flying machine to be used for war purposes. Professor Cecile H. Peck, Secretary of the Smithsonian Institution. Not his secretary, but he's the secretary himself. The aerodrome, as he named it, is unmanned and launches from the top of a houseboat by catapults. His early experiments met with a certain degree of success, flying briefly before crashing. His newer model buckled upon launch and fell into the river. He was given $25,000 for the project. His experiments have inspired many science-minded lads. Professor Peck says the Smithsonian recently received a detailed letter from the Ride Cycle Company, a bicycle manufacturing outfit from Ohio, that requested publications about aeronautics planning experiments of their own. Pretty cool. President X further isolate America. That's like this whole play on the current political climate in the US, which I find a bit annoying. I don't want to have that mixed in with controversial or at least polarizing stuff like that. I'd rather keep out of my gameplays, but whatever. Civil War soldiers turned criminal. Lemoyne Raiders turned Free Staters. Quest for independence now control area near Old Shady Bell Mansion. We'll read the article once we turn over the page. Treasure hunter disappears. Was seeking famed emerald from Guarma. Family fears the worst. Treasure hunter and gemologist Louis T. Abresson has amassed a collection of gems from around the world and is particularly fond of emeralds, having given his betrothed an emerald engagement ring from a stone he procured from Egypt to match her green eyes. 6 months ago, he bid farewell to his wife and newborn daughter and headed on a frigate to the island Guarma in the Spanish West Indies near Cuba, in search of what has been rumored to be the largest emerald ever discovered. His wife, Mrs. Henrietta Eberson, reports that she received 1 or 2 letters brimming with excitement as Louis claimed to be closer to finding the object of his quarry. Then communication ceased and weeks passed without a letter or cable. She fears the worst and has asked parishioners at her local church and treasure hunters everywhere to pray daily for his safe return. Alright, so let's do a quick prayer for Mrs. Louis T. Eberson. Wanted at once. Chinese workers, good wages. Apply at Central Union Railroad. Holy shit, that was indeed how it they laid all the rail tracks, I guess. Read the Saint Denis Times Tribune and keep posted. $1 per annum. Oh, that's pretty cheap. $1 per year. Croup. A note to all mothers. Do not grow despondent when your children suffer from croup. Mrs. McDonough's soothing syrup will rid your children of croup. This fantastic remedy cures. Always. Doctors recommended. Price 20 cents at all druggists. Toothpaste for cleaning the teeth. Royal kit for a woman's peculiar ills. There exists no blah blah blah. Royal kidnap. Reward offered for Princess Isabeau, Luxembourg Royal. 15-year anniversary of suspected kidnapping. Luxembourg. In a royal proclamation, the Grand Duchy of Luxembourg has issued a decree offering a reward of 1,000 for information resulting in the whereabouts of Princess Isabeau. The princess disappeared from a remote hunting lodge while on a hunting trip during a private family visit to the United States. She was 5 years old at the time. Some believe she was murdered, some that she was abducted and kidnapped. Although no ransom note was ever received, others posit that she was eaten by wild animals. Flip it around. Yeah, I cannot really read those last two sentences. So flip it around again and read it from here. Her disappearance has been a source of never-ending trauma and embarrassment to the royal family, and especially her brother, who has frequently implored the American people to assist in finding information regarding her whereabouts, and himself denies any wrongdoings in her disappearance. While there have been rewards offered in the past, the most recent offering is the highest ever considered. It follows recent rumors that she had been taken to a small town in the United States. Princess Isabeau, a characteristic birthmark on her face and the right hand, has a characteristic birthmark on her face and right hand. Anyone who suspects her whereabouts is encouraged to visit local law enforcement. I'm pretty sure that will become a little side mission. Let's find a place with a bit more light. Like over here. Maybe over, no, over here.
Last week. No, you're messing with me.
This is, yes. We are now reading the below one. President X further isolate America. The blackest gloom. Tariff acts hurt trade, raises prices. Right, I'm actually curious what that headline said. Country plunges into the blackest gloom, it said. President Alfred McAllister signed the Tariff Act last week, raising custom duties by an average of 60%. Shopkeepers and traders said the tariffs will surely cause businesses to close and prices to skyrocket. Imported woolen products now face a 90% rate. The president asserted at the signing that tariffs result in national prosperity. We must keep foreign products from our shores. They strip our workers from labor, food from the tables of our families, and only seek to benefit the titans of industries abroad. Such rich titans of industries abroad. He said at the signing, the president's popularity has been waning during his campaign for American isolationism, and especially after a typhoid epidemic ravaged and killed 2,500 troops in military bases across the country under his administration. Alright. The world's grandest circus delights young and old. By all accounts, Margaret, mistress of danger, brings the grandest circus show. All the surrounding countries country comes to enjoy the spectacle and splendor that ensues wonder and joy. Margaret, Mistress of Danger, the world's greatest female animal trainer, is the most superior form of canvas-covered entertainment. Hailing from England, Margaret delights the crowd as she wrangles exotic beasts, including zebras, fierce tigers, and ferocious lions. While other traveling circuses have taken to exhibiting the latest fashion in freaks, Margaret delights with feats of animal entertainment. Having held multiple shows in the area, they are packing up the streets and heading to Rhodes. Alright, so that's in Rhodes. Or I think that is that the animals that were
the overtime I did last week.
that escaped from that carriage that we in a little side mission retrieved. And we shot one of them, the lion, but we retrieved a cougar and a horse painted as a zebra. That could well be this circus, I'm not sure. Alright, we read the headline of the middle article. Civil War soldiers turn criminal. Let's read the headline. Lemoyne Raiders turned Free Staters. Quest for independence. Now control area near Old Shady Bell Mansion. Ah, that's where we are now. Criminal mischief running rampant. The war for sudden independence took many casualties. Almost every family in the country knew of a loved one who perished in that war. While many have put the conflict behind them and tried to bring our proud nation back together, that very struggle continues to beguile members of the Lemoyne Raiders gang. Initially looked upon as patriotic heroes fighting against tyranny during that conflict, they have failed to let the war between the states pass to history, instead using it as a rally point to wage war on law-abiding citizens. And some say they have become the tyranny themselves. Structured as a militia unit, they continue to recruit young disaffected men and engage in robberies and arms deals, even declaring that they are immune from tax and other regulation. They speak frequently of freedom and independence, yet there have been numerous reports of robberies from government institutions and citizens themselves. Current dispatches indicate they have taken up refuge in locations in the swamps and bayous in the lowland country, and many lawmen and bounty hunters are apprehensive to approach the area. Some have said it will take a massive amount of force to bring this murderous gang to heel. Alright. Pneumatic wonder. Inventor patents motorized carpet sweeper. Bulky hand-cranked carpet sweepers may soon be relics when Thomas Rivington's invention becomes available. While in his study one afternoon, he overheard his wife and mother-in-law lament on the hardships of cleaning floors by working bellows on a carpet sweeper device. He came upon an idea and began tinkering. The result is his pneumatic renovator, which creates a vacuum-like suction that pulls dust into a receptacle. It features the ease and convenience of a large gasoline-powered combustion engine. Rivington showed the device at the State Fairground in California to the delight of many mothers in attendance who tried the invention for themselves. Safe and easy to use, he said the sound of the gasoline engine becomes relaxing and can even be used to clean the baby's room while she sleeps soundly in her crib. Pretty cool, like a gasoline engine with its exhaust fumes next to the baby crib, vacuuming the floor. A second gold rush. Alchemist claims gold created from tin. While prospectors seek untold millions in gold lying in streams and hills of the west, word has spread of a man who is close to making gold. Residents in the area on the border between Cholla Springs and Gaptooth Ridge in New Austin say rumors are running rampant of a reclusive alchemist, Anthony, who lives in a small cabin and is close to perfecting the ability to change any base metal such as copper or tin into gold. If such a discovery were announced, the gold markets would surely collapse, say one economist. Alright, what is that article on top? I guess we already read it, but let's make sure. Royal kidnap. Yeah, I think we already read it. Yes, we did. So those two sentences on top we already read. So we go on with women's suffrage debates. Movement grows. Many in opposition. Lemoyne lawmaker Abbott Beckmeyer spoke at a meeting here addressing the woman problem as concerns grow over the emergent suffrage movement. States in the north have passed laws allowing women's suffrage to their detriment and arguably to their damnation. We cannot allow the scourge of the North and Europe to spread here. Women are the evidently weaker sex and unable to think things out coolly and calmly. Giving them the vote would lead to great damage to the Republic and to the States, he said to a standing ovation. Well-known activist Dorothea Wicklow has held meetings in Saint Denis and other towns in recent months, promoting voting rights for women. The movement is spreading to smaller towns such as Roach, but traditionalists are confident that common sense will prevail. Well, it's pretty funny. Women are the evidently weaker sex and unable to think things out coolly and calmly. Kidnappers at large, lawmen on the hunt, ransomed and tortured. A statewide manhunt is underway in Lemoyne for the Anderson boys, the brutal and bloodthirsty gang who have taken into kidnapping and ransoming locals. Led by Anders Anderson, the outlaws are responsible for a spate of violent attacks and kidnapping in the region over the past 5 years. Fear has run rampant as word spread that ransoms were paid in the sum of over $2,000, and yet 2 of the 3 men kidnapped were badly tortured and maimed for life. Aerial amazement. Tightrope walker attempts greatest feat yet. Tightrope daredevil Bessie Adair is preparing for her greatest feat yet, walking across Pike's Basin in New Austin. Known for her death-defying feats in the Saint Denis Circus, she has spent the past weeks meticulously training her bold attempt. Adair plans a grand event next month to celebrate the tightrope walk, with a precise date to be determined. Right, what's the commercial? Become a millionaire today. The secret of tomorrow. Marco Dregic, invites candy inventors and shake speculators in Saint Denis to witness a demonstration of his patented invisible wave system. Preeminent Professor Marco Dregic. Investments urgency required, no questions asked. Wild and Wings bring portents of peril. Dunbar sarsaparilla. Dunbar sarsaparilla. That's too small to read. I think. Yes. Alright, last article. The Art of Angling by Jeremy Grill.
Old man Jones
Shane Pickerel.
Old news, that.
It's hard to read that one because of the lighting, but I will try. It is well known that anglers go mad at times. Like hares in March, the sights of an annual salmon run or steelhead trout snapping at flies in spring is a topic of considerable truth and forecast for the best of us. However, there exist fish that are available year-round and bring great joy. When in Italy, I once took the Pope fishing for Shane Pickerel, and he delighted at the fantastic action and fight of this toothy fish. I'm no Catholic, but even I was impressed by His Holiness, his wisdom and insight, and we remain firm friends to this day. Often he writes to me about spiritual matters, which brings me back to Pickerel. While drawn by spinning lures in sunny weather, pickerel are a bony fish and often overlooked, but fight with this predatory fish Okay, I will read it here. But it's pretty funny. He's super vain, that guy. We already met him once. We need to find... We catch fish for him and get money from him for it. But he was like... Yeah, he's convinced that he's like a superstar. Pickerel are a bony fish and often overlooked, but fight with this predatory fish in Big Valley for an afternoon, and upon relaxing with an aperitif, you will marvel at the depthness of your arm from reeling, with or without a prominent Catholic cleric at your side. Alright. Alright, finished finally the newspaper. That's good. They are always take way longer than I expect. This one took approximately 20 minutes, which is pretty long.
Be careful, damn you.
Just what I need.
Hey, look out. Careful there.
Alright, let's get to the next objective. And that would be Angelo Bronte. Dutch needs you to ask around in public places for information on Angelo Bronte. That's probably where they took the kids, but I have no idea who Angelo Bronte is. Saloon, Angelo Bronte. Let's first go here. And also check out what's on the sign. No smoking on wharfs and landings under penalty of the law. Okay. Yes, where are you? Ah, there he is. Did he say...
Oh, good day to you.
We can check. This is always funny.
Anything you can spare for a blind man?
Yeah, we can always check whether he's really blind.
Is someone there?
Yes, he's really blind.
Alms for the blind.
There you go.
Oh, thank you, sir. Truly, thank you. It means a lot to me.
No problem. Have a good day.
Time to go, boy.
Here we go. Also check it out a bit. Lennox Electric, fuel and supply. Yeah, man. Industrialization really took off quickly in the US. Crazy. Also those hooves here. How they sound. They really sound like Victorian London. With carriages being drawn about by horses in London City. That's what it reminds me of. The sound of the hooves. Anyways, let's ask around. And can we hitch Hank somewhere? Let's try over here. Ah, here there are hitching poles.
Folks say there's a vampire again in Saint Denis.
Won't be the last time, either.
Hello. What the hell?
You don't see.
No, that's that.
You don't see.
Good work, Hank.
I heard they found rats at Cafe Marchand again.
Well, I ain't the least surprised. How do you do?
Hey, learn how to walk.
Look out! Hey, y'all.
Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Alright, where do we have to ask around? There's a cafe over there. Do we just have to ask randomly?
Morning.
Hello.
General Quincy Harris heard of the way of northern aggression, honored for his courageous leadership in the 1864 Battle of Scarlet Meadows. But are we in the south now then? I thought we were. This game played in the northern part of the US. Probably we are in the south, because this speaks of like the war of the northern aggression. It's not really charming for the north.
Morning.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Hey, mister.
Yeah, that's why I thought we were in the north, because there's a big French influence over here. And I was like, Canada is mostly influenced by French. They even speak French. So I thought in the US probably only the northern part near Canada will be French influenced.
Je vous salue.
Morning to you.
How's everything with you?
Well, I'm going through some trials.
Gentlemen.
Alright, let's try that cafe. Where the hell is the entrance? Aperitifs. Closed as a mofo.
Never mind.
Who do we have to ask?
Morning, mister. Hello. Hey, folks.
Hello.
Bonjour.
Hello.
It's at least good for the honorability. We're getting
Stop
a
right there and face the law.
plus
Get out of you.
honorability. Ah, is this liquors, poker,
Gonna walk out of this town alive.
bourbon, hot food? Let's check out this one. Joys of Civilization. I hope this mission won't be
Stick 'em up, cowboy.
too long, because we are already nearing the time limit.
Yeah, real funny, Dutch.
Oh, I thought so. So, here we are in a strange land of papists and rapists. America's very own Gomorrah.
This city's all look the same to me. So, how you get on?
I've been asking around about Mr. Bronte. From what I've heard, this establishment is our best lead, but I haven't had any joy in there so far.
So, I should just give it a shot?
I think so. Just keep it cool.
You know me?
I'll meet you back here anon.
So this is his establishment. Did I hit the bullseye? Because we... Holy shit. We initially had like 3 options to ask around. And we immediately are in the correct one, it seems. That's a shame, because I wanted to also ask the other ones and see a bit of dialogue, like them directing us towards this one, but whatever.
Funny you should say that. Well, you know how it is. I told him. I say, that's the state of Lemoyne for you. America's dirty little French secret.
That's why we love it.
Born and raised.
Well, I'm a transplant, but I'm never leaving. Not unless we all get washed away.
Every year they say that's gonna happen. It ain't happened yet. Let me tell you something. The rest of the states, they lucky to have us. If it wasn't for us, they'd probably run back to Britain with the tails between their legs at the first sign of trouble.
You got that right.
Hello, mister.
Now, how can I help? You look like a whiskey man.
Yes, true.
Sure.
$1, please.
For a whiskey?
Oh, that's the real stuff. From Scotland.
Okay. Here, have one for yourself.
Well, thank you.
So, mister, can I ask you a question? You ever hear of a fella by the name of Bronte?
Who's asking?
Me. I'm asking.
No, leave it, friend.
What do you mean, leave it?
Look, I don't know what business you in, but leave it, friend. You and your pal that was in here before.
No success.
Bronte? Angelo Bronte? Mr. Big, Mr. Italian, spaghetti-eating, long streaker piss big. He makes my skin crawl. I'm so swarthy, a cocksucker. You know what I mean, friend?
Where can I find him?
Oh, well, I reckon you talk to them kids in the alley, they'll know, I guess.
Thank you.
And friend, you'll be careful now. Immigrants, they're not to be trusted.
All right.
Yeah.
Kids in the alley. I'm just checking whether I can save the game. Nope, we're in a mission. Heads of distinction for ladies, Virgil Dawson and Co. Millinery at its finest, beautiful foliage, guaranteed, and fancy goods. Hats for every woman. Foliage. Pretty funny.
It's really become quite the craze.
So you just walk up to any man with a ring on his finger and turn it 3 times?
Yes. And then after 24 men, find any married person, male or female, wearing a wedding ring, turn that ring twice, and then the next man you shake hands with will become your husband.
What nonsense.
Indeed.
Don't take my word for it then.
Hi there. Have you seen any kids around here?
Oh yeah, just through that archway there.
Thank you.
Lucky for him, he didn't have a ring on his finger.
Pretty detailed.
Hey! Hey, you got a cigarette, mister?
Maybe.
Huh?
I'm looking for a fellow named Angelo Bronte. Italian.
I know him. Everyone knows him.
Where is he?
We'll take you to him. What it'll cost?
I reckon I can pay.
$5.
Where's he live? New York?
I'm an entrepreneur. If you don't want to pay, then I don't want to walk.
Here.
Annoying rascal.
Come on.
This away. Let's go, mister. You coming, Cleet? Stay close. Easy to get lost around here. Come on, then. You new to the city, mister?
Pretty much.
Mister.
Don't worry. No one knows it as good as me and Cleet.
Is that right?
Window Rock, Lemoyne, Overland,
Hope you
mail
won't need his
routes.
services, but you got the doctor on the corner there. Nice enough, fella.
To increase and fortify health. Le filet du petit flaneur. Toute la nuit.
That's Baird and Schreiber on the right
Benjamin
there.
Lazarus.
Famous bookstore.
The
Not that I'm much of a reader
epitome
myself.
of magic.
Now over here's a real piece of art. That's the Church of the Holy Blessed Virgin, mister.
Where was the
Modeled on the
bookstore?
famous church in Toulouse, which is in France. You been to Toulouse, mister?
No.
We're Catholics here, mister. Ain't Baptist or nothing.
My mama said they used to burn Protestants and all, but we all friends now. Isn't that the
Optical
most
parlor.
beautiful testament to God's love for us all?
Bet they don't have nothing so fine where you come from, mister. Look at them fine steeples.
Hey, you little pair of shits!
Get going! He's coming after us!
You better stop right now.
What the hell do I have to do?
Bye, mister!
What the hell do I have to do?
Just give it up, farm boy!
Stop, you shit!
Annoying child.
Come on, run like the goats got loose!
Ah, damn it!
God damn it.
Don't you have pigs to feed?
You give that back! Bastard got off.
Damn street trash. You after that kid? Let her shit went that way.
Thanks for the help, friend.
You know, I kind of miss old Bob Tails.
I don't. Bounce around so much, couldn't even read.
Come on! Keep up!
Hey! Moron!
Pretty annoying controls, I must say. Where the hell is he? God damn it.
Hey, Big Love! Get lost! I'm being chased by the village idiot!
I'll kill you, you thieving bastard!
Even reminds me a bit of Uncharted 4. Like when the youth section, when you're with your brother.
I'll spend it on something nice, mister, I promise.
Just give it up, kid!
Where the hell is he?
Careful!
Hey, watch yourself.
I'm telling you, a cucumber's definitely a fruit.
Since when?
Since forever. I read it in the newspaper.
Oh, so it must be true. So they tell you your dog's a cat now. You just start calling him Mitt. Facts.
Where is the annoying kid? Here he is.
Come on, mister. I like you.
Oh, what do you have?
Holy shit.
What's the problem, friend?
Give me my things, boy.
What are you talking about, friend?
I ain't your friend, but that kid is, and he robbed from me. Now give me back my stuff and take me to Angelo Bronte.
Senor Bronte.
That kid was gonna show me before he robbed me. Now, come on.
You new in town, mister?
Come on.
Mr. Bronte's got a lot of friends, mister, but I ain't never seen you.
We ain't friends.
You don't like no one, mister. Mr. Bronte, he's got fine hair. He got a beautiful house, and I am proud to work for him. He got 50 men, mister. Why he gonna care a thing about you?
I just want to speak with him.
I'm sure you do, mister. You and them friends of yours been asking about him all over town. He been mighty disrespected. Bunch of muddy Yankees in town asking questions. Well, you and your friend should pay him a visit, mister. He's got a big house on Flavian Street opposite the park. Hey, yokel. Now, get out of here.
Pretty freaky, like a teenage gang. It's of course also reality in the real life gangs, I guess. You don't really have it where I live, but in Los Angeles, the Bloods and the Crips, I think those dudes are also super young, probably. Like 16 or so. Retards. GBL Coach Brothers.
Yeah.
Fresh produce. By the way, there was like this bookstore. I wonder what you can do in a bookstore. Buy books? I wonder whether, yeah, you can interact with a bookstore. I don't think so. I mean, they're not on the map, right? But there was a doctor indeed. And there was this cathedral. This is a doctor's surgery with a conveniently accessible pharmacy where you can buy and sell all the medicines, remedies and tonics you might need. No, I don't think you can interact with the bookstore. Otherwise there would probably be a symbol for it. I can try that before ending the episode. Let's try it. It's not that far away. There's the cathedral. So the bookstore was around the corner there. Or not around the corner, it was actually opposite. Real rights, estimates, Gwen, repair and painting. Kiyuen.
He took all my money.
No idea what that is. Kiyuen. Dempsey's Tavern. Antoinette Severino, San Severino, Theater Relure. We already saw the Theater Relure show, at least one, which was super fun. Robin Koninsky, a truly stunning musical performance. Didn't see that one yet. Benjamin Lazarus, the epitome of magic. Didn't see that one yet. So, well, cool. It's Lightning Hands. Theater Allure presents. So we still have some more shows on the agenda, hopefully. Alright, to the right was the doctor and the optical parlor. This is also the doctor, or a sign towards it. Let's see if we can access this one. Nope. I thought so. Lamarck Street. Pretty cool detail, like the road signs on the floor. This is the pharmacy. Let's check it out.
I don't believe you're on my book, sir. Welcome. Pills and potions are behind me. Candy's down there in front.
Alright. Cool, those candy jars. Beautiful. The glass really looks like, yeah, pretty detailed, pretty reflective, realistically.
Alright, bye.
Alright, let's check the bookstore, which is supposed to be over here. Books and stationery.
Don't worry, no harm done.
Job painting. Commercial ornamental printer and fancy job printing.
What's wrong with you?
It's a Chinese woman.
Why can't you just leave me alone?
I totally forgot about how many Chinese, I think, indeed helped construct the railways. The best Griffin fountain pen for sale here. It's cool that they actually advertise those theater shows, because it actually makes you want to go there. It works. Mysterious Maya, seductress of serpents. This one we already saw. The Sea Breathes Fire, a stupendous production. Alright, anyways, looking forward to dive deeper into Saint Denis. Enjoy delicious cooked family lunch at the Café Lamarck for midday daily. But we will have to do that in the next episode, because we are hitting the time limit and I have to hit the sack. So I hope you enjoyed. We checked out the city a bit. We got the location of where we need to go in our next mission, and we read the newspaper, so we did do some stuff. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next video, and do not ever forget to keep on gaming. See you later.